Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode here on the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings. Thanks for tuning in to another episode with us here today on the show. I am excited to be coming to you today with another just fun Friday episode. We are doing a little solo thing today. We had some family things come up this week that I wasn't able to get the interview in that I wanted to get in, but I just wanted to come out here and at least get an episode out here, put out a little bit of content that I think will help you in some way, shape, or form. And I'm not some business guru by any means, but I do know a few things here and there just from the little bit of the time that I've been in business, some things that I've learned. And I just want to bring out some valuable content. And that, it might be stuff that you've heard a million times, but it might just take that one time of hearing it to say, hey, let's implement that. Because the more you hear it, the more repetitive it is, the more you're going to do it. So what we're going to do today is go through a few points of just tips and principles in entrepreneurship. And we've said in this podcast coming in that we are going to be an entrepreneurship business-focused podcast. The green industry, we focus on a lot because that's the business that I'm in. But if we have anyone listen outside of the green industry to this episode, we try not to stick to that solely every episode. And for the most part, up to this point, we have been in the green industry. We've done a few episodes here and there that have been stuff outside of that. But this year in 2022, I really want to try to, advance outside of that some more. And I want to just bring in some really good business minds and thinkers and entrepreneurs that have been successful and can give us some really good advice and principles to learn and implement along the way as you take your journey and dive headfirst into entrepreneurship. So today, that's what we're going to walk through. I've got a clip that I want to hear y'all, that I want to show y'all or play for you today. And I want to discuss that a little bit because it's something I hit on in my last episode with Randy. We talked about it a little bit. So, and I've posted on my Instagram before. If you followed along with it, you might have seen it. But we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But first, let's hear from today's show sponsors, Entrepreneur Academy. So thankful for them partnering with us. We're going to hear from them, and then we're going to hop right into today's episode.
Hey, it's Marty, and I've been in the communications business for a long time. And our dirty little secret, well, among several secrets, is that we're just not very good at truly communicating.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Do you feel that way about your communication with clients? That it's just not as strong as it should be? That is why Brian has the Growing Your Business with Customizable Newsletters course over at LaunchpreneurAcademy.com. This is an opportunity to increase sales through better communication.
Help me! Help me!
Every month you're invoicing and billing, and that is the perfect time to share new and exciting information with your customers.
Check this out. I'm sending you some email.
Monthly email newsletters are a powerful way to educate, inform, upsell, and just keep the overall atmosphere of your business in tip-top shape.
Wow.
Get started today at LaunchpreneurAcademy.com, and that link is on your podcast app.
All right, so we're back. Thanks for tuning in today, and thanks for listening to the show sponsors there. Entrepreneur Academy, if you haven't used them before, that is a green industry resource. They have so many good things out to help you with your business. So many new contracts, how to get new business, how to get new customers, how to cut grass professionally, how to use this contract, a snow contract, a lawn maintenance contract, commercial contracts. Man, there's so many resources you can't even keep up with all of them. So definitely go check them out. Link will be in the show notes today. But first, not first. This is actually, we're on down the line here into the show. So I want to go ahead and hop in to the principles of what I want to talk about today. I've just got, between 5 and 10 points here that I want to discuss. It's going to be a short episode. I hope you enjoy it. And it's like I said, it's not going to be anything life-changing, but it might be something that you've heard over and over and over again. And maybe this one time, if you're hearing it, we'll say, hey, let's go do that. Or maybe it will be something you haven't heard before, and it just really sticks with you. So hopefully I just want to help you in some way, shape, or form and just bring a little bit of value to you on this Friday as you head into the weekend. So what I've got for you today. few tips on entrepreneurship, a few points here and principles that you must follow, or they're good guides to follow if you're getting into the entrepreneurship journey. So one is know what success means to you. Know what success means to you. Define success on your own terms, achieve it by your own rules, and build a life you're proud to live. The thing is that quote was by Anne Sweeney. And the thing is about success is no one else can tell you what success means. Success is up to you, and it's whatever you enjoy, what makes you happy the most. What everybody's definition of success is different. If you look it up in the Webster's Dictionary, I don't even know. I'll pull it up here what it's going to be, but success it's just a thing that me and Luke Meyer talked about this on our podcast episode a while back, and he asked me, what does success look like to you? And to me, I don't even remember what I said, but I said having no debt in my business, and it was, I don't know, having a truck or two or a couple crews out in the field, providing a good life for my family. Like, success for me is going to be different than what success for you is. And the thing is you have to realize that early on, because being on social media, seeing people out there, you can see others that they're showing their successes off, and you can get jealous, and you can be like, or you can get down on yourself too and get disappointed that you're not at that point. And the thing is success. Make success your own definition. It's not a thing where you're right and you're wrong. Success is just going to be whatever you want it to be. What makes you the most happy? The Webster's Dictionary here is successful. The adjective word successful is having the correct or desired result, ending in success. And then the second definition is having gotten or achieved wealth, respect, or fame. So I don't really like the second definition unless I do the first one. Having the correct or desired result. The correct or desired result of what you want to be doing. That's what success means to you. If you're out there and you want to be a solo entrepreneur in your lawn care business, or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur that is selling vending machines, and you have 50 vending machines and you're bringing in $10,000 a month, and you got them in different locations, and then that's what you want to be doing, and you're making the money you want to make, and you're providing for your family, then you're successful in your mind. So don't get caught up in what the world says is success, what social media says is success, having toys, having this, having that, having money, because that's not what it is. Success is what makes you happy, and what you feel like you have accomplished, and the goal you want when you met the goal that you set early on. That's what success is to you. So don't get caught up in what the world says about success. Number 2 is obsessively focus on your goals. Where focus goes, energy flows. Can you guess who said that? A very famous speaker, Tony Robbins. That's great. Where focus goes, energy flows. So when we focus on our goals, when we set up what we want to be doing for the year, we're here at the beginning of the year in 2022. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the best goal setter. I'm striving to be better every day about setting goals and sticking to them. But the importance of setting goals is huge, because when you set something at the end of maybe at the end of 6 months, and you say, that's where I want to be in 6 months, then your focus goes there. That's your goal. Figure out how to get there, okay? And the energy that you need to get there is going to start flowing, because you've said in your mind, that's where I want to be. We're going to work our butts off to get there. Maybe it's you want to make $50,000 between now and June the 1st, okay? Maybe that's it. I don't know. It could be a dollar amount. It could be a truck amount. Who knows what it is? But if that's what it is, put your head down and go to work. Make a plan to get there. You can have goals, but you have to write out a plan and map your way there. And make your priorities the basis for your decisions. So when you make decisions, look at your priorities and then start with those and say, these are the decisions I have to make to get there. Decline everything else that's not going to get you to those priorities. If you have decisions along the way and they're just bottom feeders, they're not going to get you to your priorities, get rid of those. Focus your mind on where you want to be and where those goals set. And success is required of single-minded focus. So single-minded focus is what gets you to success. You have to be zoned in. You have to know what you're going for. And maybe it's, I don't know, you can have multiple goals, but in that one goal, don't start straying off to other little bottom feeders. Put your mind on that one goal and go for it. Don't just, if it's $50,000, figure out whatever income you have to generate to get there and what jobs, go for it. Maybe you have another goal of you want to lose 100 pounds by June 1st. Then you better put your head down and get to work and get in the gym every day and eat right and do all the things to get there. Don't just like get 3 months in and then start thinking, I need to find something else. I need to find another supplement. No. Make a plan at the beginning, stick to it, and then put your head down and go to work. Like, that's the thing, is don't get distracted by all the other little thoughts come in your head that are going to distract you from your end goals. So where focus goes, energy flows, and that's a huge quote there. And then here's another one: take care of your mind and body. So the quote with this one is, what I've learned about self-care: if you don't make it a part of your life and practice, you will be forced to. That's so huge. You plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That whole thing. I wonder if anybody in here knows how many dollars LeBron James spends on his body in a year. If you don't know who LeBron James is, you've lived under a rock for a while. But arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, plays for the Los Angeles Lakers right now, won multiple NBA Finals, World Championships, been on the Olympic team. Okay, he's right there with Michael Jordan for the best basketball player to ever walk the face of the earth. He spends over $1 million just on his body, just on his mind and his body. He meditates. He gets massages. He does all the stuff that you have to do to keep your mind and your body up. Now that is somebody who's running up and down a 100-foot basketball court, night in and night out, and he's 36 years old, 33, 34 years old, something like that. So he has to do that. He has to spend that money. Do we have to spend $1 million on that? No, but you need to make it a priority. You need to read books that help your brain, that generate your brain cells, and don't just look at a screen all day long. Because when you look at a screen, one thing that I hate about today's world and social media is attention span is going down by the day. I swear, TikTok has blown up. It's changed social media forever. I really, truly believe it has. It's changed the world forever. It's changed kids' brains forever, because you look at like YouTube and you look at Twitter and blog posts and stuff. Those aren't what people are watching anymore. People are watching TikTok, because in TikTok you can go watch a 15 or 30-second video, and then you're on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. You don't have to sit there and devote your time and attention to one thing for that long. And that's the thing, is that is eroding your mind and your body. Your mind, because it'll sit there and you'll do it for hours on end. So you're sitting on a couch watching a screen all day. So that hurts your body. But then your mind, it hurts your eyes, it hurts your brain. Like, you're literally, I think you lose brain cells when you do that, because your focus, your attention span is going down ever so quickly. Ever so quickly it goes down in that. So sleep also has to be our priority. And I know there's people that say, get up at 4 o'clock every day. Entrepreneurs have to get up at 4 o'clock every day. You have to be up before the sun's up and all that. That's not necessarily the case. You need to be in a routine, and you need to be focused on your goals, and you need to have a set plan. Like we said, we set a plan and we go for it, and we strive to do that. But some people can't function that way. Some people need to stay up until 1 o'clock and then sleep until 9 o'clock. Okay? And if that's the way they do business, that's the way they do business. They're getting those hours of work in there. They're not just being lazy sitting on the couch or going to bed at 8 and then waking up at 8 in the morning. They're not sleeping for 12 hours. Some people work better in the night. So whatever it is, if you get up at 4 o'clock and you go to bed at 8, or if you go to bed at 12 o'clock and wake up at 8 or 9, whatever it is, get that 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep in there that are so important. 8 hours is obviously the recommended. It's hard to get 8 hours if you're really grinding. But sleep is so important. I've had friends that do not sleep, that have bad sleep schedules. Kids that play on my basketball team that stay up all night long, and it just ruins their whole appearance. It ruins their physical ability, because they don't do the things they're supposed to. And when they get that in their head, they play basketball so much better. They do life so much better. And the friends that are outside of my high school basketball kids, I still have friends that do that stay up that late, that are out of high school and they're working, doing jobs, whatever. They're not being as productive as some other people out there that are their age, because that's what they have terrible sleep schedules. They waste their time. They'll stay up gaming until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then they'll go to bed until 2 or 3 in the afternoon. That's not healthy. That's not the way you're designed, okay? Everybody has sleep problems. Some people have sleep problems. There's a lot of people that do. The biggest thing, get that amount of sleep that you need, and in those other times, grind. Go to work, all right? And then another one, you got to take your time off too. That's the thing. Your brain has to have a break. So for those of you that are out there really hustling, really going hard, that's so good, okay? So good that you're putting that time and that money and the effort and whatever it is you're putting into it. Your brain has to have a rest. Take a weekend vacation with your wife and take a time off, all right? Go out to dinner and just put the phones down. Don't think about business, okay? Because your brain has to have a time to rest. You can't go 24/7. You can't do that. It's not healthy. It'll hurt you in the long run. So also give your brain a rest. That's mind and body there. It's so important. LeBron James spends $1 million a year. I think we can spend a couple hundred to, I don't know, maybe go to some meditation classes, do some yoga, stretch. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is that you want to do that you think will be beneficial in your life, do it. Don't just sit there and let your mind and body erode, because then all your dreams and your goals are just going to be gone. They're going to be hopeless. You're not going to be able to do them. Simple as that. All right. Number 4, learn to manage yourself. This kind of piggybacks off mind and body, I think. Manage yourself first and the rest will follow, by Liz Huber. I got an alarm going off there. Anyway, manage yourself first and the rest will follow, Liz Huber. So I think it piggybacks because if you manage your sleep, you manage your time, the rest is going to follow. That's what we just said. If you are productive in the time that you're up and you manage your work the right way, you manage your time. Time management is so big. I've heard people say in 2022 here on other podcasts that they say their biggest scares for 2022 is that they're not going to be able to manage their time the right way because they have a lot on their plate for 2022. And I think that's every entrepreneur out there. I think that the thing is we all have a lot on our plate, but you have to manage your time the right way. You can't just come home from a day of work and sit there on your butt. And I'm preaching to myself here because I am the worst about it. I will come home and not do anything. I'll sit here for an hour after work and then get up and decide to go do work. When I should come in, get a shower, and get straight to work, and not waste the 45 minutes that I do sitting on the couch, getting a snack, and just resting. I can rest at night when I sleep. Okay? So manage your time, the rest will follow. Prioritize it too. We talked about priorities earlier, and don't let the bottom feeders get in. Don't do busy work. Do work that is going to go straight towards your priorities and help you get to those points. So you're sitting on the computer, don't start scrolling through Twitter, reading the basketball feed or whatever. I'm a big Auburn fan. Auburn basketball is doing amazing right now. I could get on Twitter and read through the Twitter news feed of the Auburn basketball page for hours on end. And it would make me happy because they're doing amazing. They're number 2 in the country, should be number 1. All right. But I can't do that. That's busy work. Yeah, I'm scrolling, I'm reading, I'm educating, I'm reading, okay? I'm reading new words, bigger words maybe in there. I don't know, reading sports reports. I could learn some stuff out of that, but it's busy work. That's not what's keeping me going. It's not what's going to get me to my next goal of being financially free by the end of 2025 or whatever your goal is, okay? Stick to your goals, figure them out, make the plan, stick to our priorities, okay? Number 5, go out of your comfort zone. This is another big one. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair, I don't know how you say that last name, said that. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. And that is, man, that's huge. That hits home because fear, maybe you don't like public speaking. Maybe you don't like going and meeting new people, okay? Public speaking and meeting new people are two totally different things. Public speaking, when I say public speaking, I mean getting up in a room in front of 15, 20, 100 people and talking. I mean going and sitting down with lunch and have lunch with somebody that you've never met before. Somebody in your local town, they could be a coach or a mentor to you, but you're too nervous to do it. You don't want to go meet them. You don't want to go sit there and carry on a conversation for an hour with somebody you've never met before. You're scared. You're fear. That's a fear of yours. You have to get over that. If you want to dream big, okay? If you want to dream big, you have to get over that. But the thing is, your dreams should scare you because you should be dreaming that big. That's how big we want our goals to be. At least I do. I want goals that are so far out there, I'm like, man, I don't know if I can ever get there, but I'm going to work so hard to get there. It's going to be hard. It's going to be scary. People are going to tell you that it can't be done. But anything worth doing is going to be hard. Chauncey Daily Hustle is about to go to Georgia and start a new business. He's about to just go down there with couple $1,000, buy a truck, buy some shovels off Marketplace. I've been keeping up with him, okay? I don't know. It's going to be hard for him. It's going to suck. He's going to have times where he's like, man, this is terrible. I hate this. But in 2 to 3 to 4 years, he's going to have another successful business. People are going to be able to watch it on YouTube, and he's going to help so many people. It's scary. I'm sure it's scary leaving and going in there and starting something new. But that's when the good stuff happens. You have to find a way to push through the fear and get there and really just implement everything that you're doing. Put it towards your goals and your dreams. The fear will be worth it. Looking back, you're going to say, man, I was really scared, but it was worth it. It was worth being scared. Build powerful habits. We become what we repeatedly do. Sean Covey. That is huge. Absolutely huge. Habits. Habits have to be implemented. If you want to get to your goals, you have to have habits. You have to. What are the things you're spending your time on every day? Look at a minute level, and then look at an hour level, then look at a daily level, then look at a weekly level. See what you spend your time on. How do you do it? Because if you spend your time scrolling on TikTok and eating chips, you're not going to get to lose 100 pounds. That's not going to get you there. You have to have healthy habits if you want to get there. Find the good habits. Maybe you are good at getting up early. Maybe you're good at cooking a good, healthy breakfast. Start with those two and say, hey, we're going to do this for 3 weeks, and it's going to really happen. I'm sure you all heard this, but it takes 21 days, 3 weeks to start a good habit. If you're in the Christian faith, and a lot of churches do 21 days of prayer, where you get up in the mornings and you go to church at 6 a.m. and they pray for an hour. And they say if you do that every day for 21 days, that's going to be a habit. You're going to get up every day at home, and you're going to continue to do that. You're going to continue to read your Bible every day. You're going to continue to read a blog post about entrepreneurship. I don't know, whatever it may be for you. Do it. Create the habits, and the habits will help you get to your goals. When that's the case, you're going to look back and say, man, creating that habit, it wasn't fun, but it's worth it now that I got to my goals. Now that I'm financially free, now that my family's happy, whatever it may be. Create good habits. 7, master your mindset. Your life is as only good as your mindset. That kind of goes back to body and mind. Your mindset's everything. It affects how you think, how you feel, how you decide, how you act. Everything in there, it all comes back to your mind. With the right mindset, you can do anything. When you dream big, you can do it. If you have the right mindset and you dream big, you can reach those goals. But you have to have the right mindset. All right, read the books. Okay, this is a really good point here. Read books, because in doing that, you're looking, and the authors have really big, really expansive minds. Okay, they think extremely well, especially nonfiction books. When you read a nonfiction book, you are reading the thoughts of somebody who has a great thinker. They just come up with this stuff. Their mind is healthy. They're thinking these thoughts. They're thinking about how can they portray this to an audience that the audience will enjoy it. The audience will get sucked in and they'll enjoy it. So they're really devoting time to their thought process, their mind, staying healthy. And so nonfiction books, it's a great thing to go learn. If you don't read nonfiction, you can read a biography, read an autobiography. Then you're really reading about someone who has a great mind, who said maybe a business biography about somebody, a pastor, a preacher, an evangelist, whoever it may be. Most of the time, if you're writing a book, they're probably going to have a pretty good mindset, because they're taking the time to devote to go write that book. Go read Paul Jameson's books. He's got 4 out now. Go read them. Get his daily goal tracker. Okay, we talk about goals and habits. Make it a habit to get up and write in that goal tracker and get to where you all want to be in 90 days. He has put hours on end into those books. Go read them. He's got a great mindset. He knows what he needs to do, and he does it. He threw his TV out. He puts his phone on Do Not Disturb at a certain time and goes to work on his book. Okay, I know Paul outside of the screen that he's behind on social media. Paul's an amazing guy who devotes a ton of time to his work, and everyone should respect that. And you could do that too. That's the thing. I know so many people say, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they don't do it because they don't devote the time to it. They don't create a good mind and says, hey, let's go to work and let's do it. They just can't do it. But if you have a strong mind and you set good habits, you're going to get there, and you're going to be able to do it. So set strong habits, strong mind, go for your dreams. Be grateful for what you do have. This is a huge one. If you follow Gary Vaynerchuk on social media, Gary V, he's a huge name. So many people listen to him. He is one of the most thankful human beings I've ever met. Well, I've ever seen that is as popular as he is, because his family came from a communist country, came from communism. They escaped, they fled. If it wasn't for his dad leaving, they would have nothing. They would have nothing. But now, instead, he was on the forefront of the internet. He sold wine on the internet for the first time ever. Everybody told him he couldn't. He traded playing cards. He went to the garage sales and flipped stuff. And now he's a multimillionaire in the NFT space, in the blockchain space, that is teaching so many people and making a ton of money. But he's thankful because he knows what he came from. And all of you out there that come from rough stories, maybe come from rough backgrounds, and you didn't have the perfect family growing up. It's okay. It's okay. Just be thankful for that, because it's helped you grow into who you are today. If you're a successful entrepreneur, you're on the journey, you're starting the journey, be thankful for that and say, hey, let this show me that I don't want to be this way. Maybe you grew up in a family full of debt and you could never go do anything. If that's the case, purpose it in your heart. Be thankful that you had to go through that, because now you're going to know, I'm never going to let my family get into debt like that, and we're going to be financially free. Okay? Simple as that. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the life. Be thankful for the opportunity that you're getting to be an entrepreneur. That's a huge thing. And look at where we are in America right now. We're in a pivotal time. Vaccine mandates are a thing. We're not going to get political on this podcast, but the thing is be thankful for the time that you have and the opportunity that you have. Chauncey should be thankful that he gets to go create a new business down in Georgia, hours away from where he lives in, I don't even know where he lives, up north, somewhere up north somewhere. But he gets to go hours away, create a whole new business, and he gets to do it because we live in America and we're free. So be thankful for that. Be thankful for where we live. Be thankful for everything that you have. Focus on solving problems, not making money. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. That might be the most important quote you hear on this show today. We've gone through 10. We're going to go through 10 of them. That might be the most important one. And guess who said it? A lot of people might not like him. Michelle Obama. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. That's exactly it. How are you helping? If you're a lawn maintenance company, how are you helping your customer? Do they want an edge a certain way? Maybe that makes their day. Do it for them. Help them in that way. Maybe they want their leaves cleaned up, their bushes trimmed the right way. Do that for them, because maybe it's an old widow that doesn't have anything else to care about. Her yard is her pride. So take care of them. You're helping them in their life. You're doing more than cutting grass. You're helping them. All right? So I'm not even going to get into that too much more. It's pretty self-explanatory. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. Simple as that. Number 10, be kind. You can accomplish by kindness what you cannot by force. That hits home. That hits home. Be radical about how you spend your time. Obsessively focus on your goals, but never be rude. Don't be rude in going for your goals. All right? Maybe you're crunched for time. You need to go get to a job site, and there's somebody going 5 miles an hour. Don't sit behind them and hold the horn and flash the lights. Just be patient. Be kind. You don't know. Maybe it's a student driver. Maybe it's an older lady who just buried her husband. Who knows? I'm the worst about that. About getting behind somebody slow. I'm like, come on, hurry up. Let's go. That's not always the case. Be kind. The kindness will come back to you. And I hear a lot of people say, killing them with kindness. When people get on you, kill them with kindness. Be nicer than they've ever thought about being. All right? I have one final thing that I want to leave you here today with, and it's a video by Kevin O'Leary, and it's talking about how salary is a drug they feed you. That's the title of it. You've probably seen it. You probably heard it on my channels if you follow and tune in. I love this video because it really speaks home. It tells you that everyone isn't made to be an entrepreneur, but it's really good if you do. All right, let's just hear it, and then we'll kind of debrief here as we wrap up the show.
A salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams, because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary, and you don't have to think about anything else. And that, for a lot of people, works. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's very noble. Great employees are extremely valuable to build enterprises. But when you leave that path and you put at risk income that you need to eat with, you're going on a different journey. And that fear of failure is an extremely motivating factor. You know, you ask any entrepreneur about the journey, and they're going to tell you the dark moments when they faced the abyss and they didn't know what was going to happen. And I think that gives a tremendous amount of emotional fiber to a person. And you know, I think it manifests itself in a certain amount of confidence over time.
So listen to that a few times over if you would. Coming in hot there. I had to turn the mic up to get this on video. But just go back and listen to that a couple times. Listen to it on repeat. Success is a drug that feeds you to keep you happy, keep you at work. All right? And they might offer you incentive to stay. They might offer you raises. They might do this. They might do that. I don't even want to go through it. I don't even want to. I don't even want to go through and break that down. I just want you to listen to that over and over and over again and let it go into your head, because he talks about the entrepreneur there, the dark days that he goes through. At the end of the day, it's worth it. All right, and that's just a clip of the video. There's a full video out there. I'll try to link it in the show notes today. Hopefully, I won't get copyrighted. I don't even know all the copyright laws for podcasts, and especially one my size. I don't know if they even care. But I just wanted to play that. I know we've heard a few people talk about it. We talked about it in previous episodes before. So I wanted to play that, plug that in here today. I hope I haven't been too boring today. I hope I haven't been too preachy. I just wanted to go through these things that really I'm trying to implement in my business and my personal life as well. I hope they helped you, and I hope you can implement them as well too. Little fun Friday thing, right about 30 minutes, just something to get you through your day and maybe give you 30 more minutes of motivation, send you into the weekend, and come out next week ready to go strong. So thanks for tuning into the show. Thanks for supporting the show sponsor at Entrepreneur Academy. We appreciate those ratings and reviews. If you haven't left one yet, please go leave one. You can leave them on Spotify now and also on Apple Music, on Apple Podcasts, because they just really help us social proof. We're growing slowly but surely, but the more ratings and reviews we have, the more times that when people look at the show, if they say 50 or 100 reviews on our newer show, they're going to be like, hey, this show must be pretty good. People are liking it. So leave those 5 stars, leave those comments, and those will really help us. You can find us on Instagram at Growing Green Landscapes. Go connect with us there. Trying to go that social media platform as well. Looking forward to the Hype House coming up just about 2 weeks away, so stay tuned for all the info and the content coming out on that. A lot of big stuff coming up here in the future. We got some big announcements coming up in our life and in our business. So just stay tuned. Thanks for everyone that's tuning in and growing with us, and we're helping this community grow one relationship at a time. Can't wait to catch y'all here on the next episode. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.